Oh, I will say that 10 minutes of me playing around with a new intro, all worth a while. That was beautiful. I love that. Welcome back to
Super
another
soothing.
Tuesday night stream. I'm here with pretty much my new co-host at this rate, Geordie from Electric Eels. How are we, mate?
Good, mate. That music was really soothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I don't remember the music playing when I did the editing last night, but I did have Spider-Man playing in the background, so there's probably a reasoning behind that.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the music when you sent me that. I thought I was so prepared for the Spider-Man intro there.
I mean, I reckon I could play around with it and have us like coming through shooting webs and having us land in the seat. I reckon that would do a job. I might do it. That might be a future one, but we'll stick with this one for now because I'm happy with how it looks. But
Yep.
what's been going on, mate? The last time we spoke was just before Canberra. We're on a high after that win. Had a couple of rough ones in between, but what's been going on, mate? How you feel about
Yeah,
Parramatta as a whole?
look, mate, that's basically Parramatta in a nutshell. We had a great win against Canberra. And then, wow, what a hectic week. A typical Parramatta week. We've gone from thinking that we were going to get Bronson Sherry, Spencer Lenu, and, thinking that we're going to beat the Rabbitohs. And then, it just seems like all of that's been taken away from us. So, yeah, hectic week.
Nah, it's always like that. Like you prep yourself. You go, all right. Moe's 250th. We're looking good. Like there's no way we lose this. We get up for him, and then you see the stat that he's never won a milestone game, and you go, shit, here we go. And then half time, we're in it, and then yeah, just that last half hour it hurt.
Yeah, mate, it was very painful to watch that last half an hour. The first half we were in that game, and then yeah, we scored right after the break in the second half, and yeah, just to see it all go to shit far out, it was a painful watch, that's for sure.
It was, and you see it 50 minutes in, it's 12 all. Like we're on a roll here, and it's just same old story. Can't complete our sets, can't knife the big moments. We looked like a team who hadn't played with each other much.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just really weird how it happened because, over the past month, we've been putting in loads of effort and we've been unlucky in a lot of games over that past month. And to see us come out in the second half and perform like that, it's just woeful.
It is. And like, look, we'll get into it. 32-12. South's got the win. We made Cody Walker look like prime Benji Marshall out there. Like, you know what Walker's going to do? He's going to dig into the line and keeps all his options open. So what do? You number up and you slide. And Kelmer and Moses look like they met each other 5 minutes before the game started.
Well, that's what it looked like. I don't know if that's just because they haven't played next to each other in a while, but yeah, their defense was quite shocking. And they'll be the first to admit that. But yeah, and just off the back of fundamental errors as well, coming out of our own half, it just seemed like once we dropped one ball, we just started making errors left, right, and center, and they just score off the back of that. We basically spoon-fed the Rabbitohs that win.
No, we did. And like, there's so many close calls we had where if the ball bounced the right way, maybe we get it back. I don't know how Sean Russell didn't score in the corner in that first half there, or my first or second half, where it got hit short and Tallis Duncan just pretty much picked him up and bear hugged him to the ground. I reckon 98% of NRL players would have scored that try. But it's just how it is with us. The ball doesn't want to bounce our way. Instead of showing fight and kick it into gear, we crack the sides and concede 30.
Yeah, and you see that a lot a lot of our defeats this year, we've sort of been in the contest for maybe 60, 70% of the game. And then, the last 30 to 40 percent of the game, we just crumble. And the opposition just continues to pile on points on us at the back end of each game.
Yeah, and you can't expect to win games when you've got a completion rate the way you do. I don't know what it ended up being, but we were 65% completion rate overall. And I know a lot of that was the second half. Just silly things like bad passes from dummy half. I think I counted 3 of them, whether it was Edwards or De Silva, even Moe did one. It's just basics that we can't get right, and then would put us on the back foot. And you can't be competitive in the NRL if you can't respect the footy.
Yeah, not if you're making that many errors. It's not up to NRL standard. And yeah, look, I'd like to see, we can't make finals. That's an obvious fact, but I hope to see, a lot of improvement between now and the end of the season. That's for sure, to give us a bit of hope going into next year.
Well, if we were to complete at 80%, effort areas are there, we're having to crack, and we're just losing games because ultimately our side's not as strong, that's something that I'm okay with. If we were to go, let's say I'm going to throw Penrith out there and we lose 16-10, and we're in it, and we just don't have those players just to ice those games, and ultimately we come up short, that's something that I'm okay with. It's the shit where we complete at 60%, Moses is throwing Sam Ronnie balls at his feet, we're doing stupid last tackle plays where De Silva gets up, does a 360, dummies left, dummies right, and then throws the ball to Moses, who has half a second to catch the ball. That's the shit that pisses me off, because ultimately, rugby league's not a difficult sport. You hold the ball, you run at the other person, you fucking tackle them. And then you go from there. But we can't even get that right. I'm going to look at these missed tackles, and I'm going to see a lot, and I'm going to get upset. 40 missed tackles to their 24. How are we supposed to do anything when all we're doing is missing tackles and dropping the ball? We're not going to.
We're just bouncing off plays. Hey, it's just, missed tackles. That's costing us a lot this year.
I think the moment that sums up how we were that game is, I think it was the first half. Their crossfield kicked to Addo-Carr, who flung it into Russell, who flung it into Cortoga, and you see Moses going, pass it to me. And Cortoga goes, you know what's a good idea? Let's boot the fucker dead. Why?
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
That riled me up, hey. All he had to do was pass the ball. But no, he thought, let's put in a quick grubber and, see who can get there. Ridiculous.
And I don't know if it's just a me thing, but considering how emotional Moses is as a whole, if he's asking for the ball, I'm going to pass to him even if it's the wrong call, because there's no way in hell you're going to see me cop a fucking Moe spraying if I can avoid it.
No way. Oh, yeah. That as well just summed up our game and probably summed up our season.
To a T. But look, there was one bright spot, and that was Mr. BK. Have a look. 196 run meters, 91 post contact, line break, scored a try, fucking took 35,000 runs where he got over the advantage line, which is 34,999 more than anybody else in our fucking team did on the weekend. I know we've harped on it before, whether it's myself, I've heard you say it, every Parramatta fan has said it. We jumped on the BK chat. BK hate early. We weren't happy with the signing, but you can't fold him over these last 6 weeks. He was a bit rocky to start with, but since he's moved to that wing after, I think it's since that move to the wing, he's been close to our best on ground.
Yeah, for me, him moving to the wing, it simplified his game a lot. And I think we're seeing the best of Brian Kelly right now. I've got nothing but positive things to say about Brian Kelly. It's great to see he's proven a lot of the haters wrong. And yeah, it's good to see a fellow Ballina boy shine for the blue and gold.
Well, it's funny. I remember when he first joined the league, he debuted for Manly, and my dad was like, "This guy's going to be a superstar. Like, he's going to be a gun. Look at all this stuff he can do." And then he put himself into NRL suicide and signed with Gold Coast, where careers go to die. And people forgot that it's a career graveyard. I didn't see Jared Hayne doing much after he left Gold Coast. We'll ignore the fact that he went and played a different sport for a few years. But like, it's just Gold Coast at the time he was there just wasn't the place to be for rugby league because they were dysfunctional. They had everything was all over the shop. And it's almost like
fans.
Zero fans.
Zero fans. I went up there on Friday night to watch Titans and Bulldogs, and you literally would think it was a Bulldogs home game. And it's the same story every single home game for the Titans. It's so bad up there.
It's a bad sign where just to get to the stadium's a hike. Like I've been there a few times and it's so out of the way. You think as a Sunny Coast boy, you're probably the same distance to Gold Coast as I am to Gold Coast with an hour, couple of hours away. You'd hope you could just drive straight in. Bob's your uncle. But no, for me, I have to drive to a bus stop, hop on a bus that takes you there, and then you catch a bus back. And who wants to do that? The only bright side to it is I'm always happy because we don't lose to Gold Coast very often.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll ignore what happened a few weeks back, but
I don't know what you're talking about.
It didn't happen. AI is a wonderful thing at the moment. It does crazy stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
The question that I've got for you. Do you think we've lost anything in regards to work rate, even potential aerial threat from Lomax to Kelly?
Yes. Yes, I think Lomax, he possessed that great aerial threat. You know, we saw it time and time again, especially that back end of last season where Moses was fit and available to play. Work rate, no. I think Kelly's he's putting in pretty well the same work rate as Lomax was, in my opinion. And you know, him coming out of yardage, like he's just performing in my point of view. And I just think he really has locked down that wing spot for next year, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You've got Simonson coming back next year. Where does he fit in, or does he start in reserve grade to earn his way back? Like, it's not as cut and dry as when Lomax comes back in. Not Lomax, sorry. When Simonson comes back in, I don't know if he gets straight back into the side.
I don't know. I think it's not a bad problem to have either if you have two players in a position fighting out for that position, because that's what's going to get the best out of both players. So yeah, look, exactly. Obviously I feel bad for Simo because he's been injured quite a lot recently. But who knows? Time will tell. Time will obviously tell, but I think right now you got to say Brian Kelly's the man for right wing.
Yeah, I think you've nailed it there. Who knows? It'll be the battle of the preseason to see who wants it more. But if he keeps playing the way he's playing now, I can't see a world where he gets dropped. Like, something has to go awry, or Simo just has to come out guns absolutely blazing for that spot to change.
Yeah,
maybe Simo has to try and slide into the centers, but he wasn't a big fan of the centers, especially coming back from his injury. But like, bit of a wait and see.
Yeah.
Any other players worth mentioning on Thursday's game? It feels like it was so long ago now. I've pushed that straight to the back of my mind.
Honestly, no.
I will say the young forwards. I thought Tuivati started strong. And I like that. I like Tuivati and Tinkham as a 1-2 punch. I think that's the way to go for the future.
Teencom did do well off the bench in the minutes he had. But yeah, besides that, I haven't got really anything else great to say. But
Yeah. Just back on that forward rotation, what I'd like to see next year, because you got to think we've got Hopgood and Dory still coming back from injury. Tuivasa does the first 20, 25 minutes. Team comes back and does, let's say he does 25 minutes stint, first 15 before halftime and the first 15 after halftime. And then Tuivasa rounds off and finishes off the game. That way, because they're similar players in terms of stature and build, they're both big boys. You're not losing that oomph that we lose sometimes. We try and go small. Like you can see, there's in times where we'd have like Geimer, for example, come off the bench. He's a smaller frame, so you're just not getting that same impact that you'd have when you've got these massive dudes who are just bowling balls.
yeah. Where do you think Junior Paulo fits into all of this, though?
It's a fantastic question because jumping down the 2027 rabbit hole, assuming we don't sign anyone because that's how our track record looks at the moment, you'd have, does Hopgood go back to lock in this scenario?
Assuming we don't keep Jack DeBellum after this year.
Well, let's assume we
Yes.
release him. So you've got Hopgood there. Now we have Tuivasa, Williams, Tincum, Paulo, Dory. And so do you start Tuivasa, Williams and have Tincum, Paulo off the bench? And have a
That
bench of
does sound-
like...
I think Paulo will be coming off the bench next year, assuming he does re-sign for an extra season to reach his 300th game milestone. I'd probably say Paulo off the bench, and you'd want Teencum coming off the bench as well.
Yeah, so like if we had a forward pack of Tuivasa, let's say Edwards / Riley Smith, Williams, and then Kit Kat, Sewer, Hopgood, and your benches to Silva, Dury, Tincum, Paulo, and then Joash and old man.
Yeah.
That's solid.
Well,
That's
yeah,
solid. I'd probably want to have another back rower sitting on the bench, but I mean, you can move Williams in to the edge if you had to. But I think Williams is going to stay as a front rower. I don't think we'll see him shift into the back row much.
You don't reckon?
I just don't see where he fits. You're going to drop Cortogo, you're going to drop Zua.
Yeah, neither. Yeah, you'd probably want him at front row.
Yeah, have him. Yeah, it's not a bad problem to have. Him and Hopgood are both mobile bigs, which is something we've sometimes struggled with. We've either got really big boppers or we've got small agile. We don't really have that in between hybrid edge front rower sort of player. And that's kind of what we need because we're looking sluggish. We're looking real sluggish.
Yeah, absolutely.
One player we won't have to worry about fitting into our side next year. Nice little segue. Tony Matali signs a 2-year deal with Manly. I'm seeing a lot of uproar in regards to this, and I understand the premise of letting another young bloke go, but I just don't see where he fits into our long-term plans.
Agreed, mate.
Yeah, sorry. No, you go.
No, yeah, you can go. You go.
Yeah, stop it. We just of those that forward pack that we just named for next year, who does he replace? Like, I like him. He's good, but you can't keep them all. Same as Appa. We can't fit Appa into our future plans, so why would we hold him back? I'd rather him have a crack at Manly, as long as he doesn't play us next year and he takes a week off. That's all that I'm. If we can't give him the opportunity, I'd rather someone else give him the opportunity because he's shown that he can do something. And in the nicest way possible, no disrespect to Tony, I just think we have people above him at the moment.
I definitely agree with that. It's been here a few years now. He's had a number of years to try and sort of crack our top grade and be a regular up there. And as you've stated, we've just got enough. We've got enough depth in our forward pack. So look, yeah, there's no need to keep him here, and good on him for wanting to go to Manly and try and make something of his career there. And wish him all the best.
Yeah, absolutely. And one name I forgot to mention is we got Ryder Talangi in the wings, who's now a two-time.
He's starting this week.
Is he? Oh,
yeah.
I'll have to watch that.
For cup,
yeah. About time. About time. I've been waiting for it because with all the injuries we have, you think that at some point you just go, fuck it. Let's throw the young boys in.
Just give them a go.
The Sunday 6:00 game.
I know.
I will watch this depending on how much I enjoy watching the first grade side. Even looking at Cup, I know we're going down a bit of a rabbit hole here, but that's a strong forward pack for Cup. You got Ryder, Smith, Matele, Funaluta. Don't know too much about Tyrese Lekeni, but he looks like a scary looking dude. So I'm okay with that. And then Pryke is your lock. Like, we're starting to get people back. Obviously no Peasant for Cup, but we'll get to that.
Got Twaddle.
It's got Twaddle. But they don't have Walsh, so it kind of evens out there. I'd love to see Richard Penasini not be injured and string together some games, because that kid is an athletic freak. He's nothing like his brother. He's long and lanky, and he moves so well.
Yeah, and he scored a hat-trick, I'm pretty sure, a couple of weeks ago, didn't he, in Cup, before he got injured?
I believe he did. He had a bit of a run. It just seemed to be every time he has a run, it falls back off. Where was it? I know it was up there, but look, we did beat Manly the last time we versed them. I don't know when it would have been, because we've lost. We haven't been playing too good. We had a couple of 50 bombs on us a month ago.
Oh yeah.
That Knights game last week, that one hurt. I don't know if you caught that, but we lost it in the last 5 minutes. We were in it. We were in it.
I saw the highlights of that. Yeah.
It hurts. But look, long story short, like, Matele's gonna do good at Manly because their forward depth isn't great.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's something that we need.
No, absolutely not with the numbers we have in our forward pack. I just think we'd be holding him back, and I think this deal is a win-win for both parties.
It is. We could always do a swap deal, and like we give them Matele, they give us
Olakau'atu.
Cool.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, Olakau'atu. I was gonna say Cooler, but I wouldn't be upset with either of them. We can just take both. Do they want We'll give them Richard Penasini as well. So it's a forward and a back for a forward and a back.
Sure. Perfect.
Someone that we also didn't sign, and I'm a bit more upset about. Mate, do you want to go first? Because I heard that sigh straight away. Have you say, mate. Have you say.
Yeah, look, obviously we're losing Russell, and we're in need of a left centre. And, obviously he became available with Canterbury, allowing him to leave at the end of this year. And yeah, look, I suppose when Melbourne come knocking, you're not going to say no, are you? It's just a shame. But then again, there's still plenty of options out there to replace Russell. But yeah. It just sucks.
I think it's shit. We suck. But we say that and how much we hate the club and how bad we are. But I know you'll be sitting on some very special seats on Sunday, Arvo. I'll be plopping my fat ass on the couch Sunday, Arvo, and I'll watch the entire thing, rain, hail, or shine. And because I'm so invested, I won't turn the TV off, even if it's 60-0.
Yeah.
But my issue with this is, again, let's assume that the reports are true and his preference was to stay in Sydney. We had a combination with him and Fox that he's already had in the past where a fucking stone's throw away compared to Melbourne. And Melbourne aren't that good this year. Like, they haven't been setting the world on fire. They've been doing better than us, but they're a win above us on the ladder. Like, they haven't been doing that well. And I think the stigma of Melbourne isn't really there anymore. Whether it's injuries, but like they say injuries, but you've still got Munster, Grant, Sewer all lining up on the weekend. So like you've got your quality there and they still got ran through.
Yeah.
So there's something going on in our club and we'll hear all the rumors and whatnot about what it is and how we can't sign. But there's just something in the background that's deterring these players because in all honesty, Bronson should have been a slam dunk. You've got the position he wants to play, the state he wants to live in, and familiar combinations. And that still wasn't enough to get him over the line. And I think we might have even offered him more money.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me.
So he'd rather ship himself and his family to another state than drive an extra 20 minutes to get to work, which says a lot about the spot we're in, which doesn't give me much hope for 2028.
Yeah, look, it's just, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how much, we offered him and what the deal really did look like. I heard it was a 3-year deal. I'd like to also hear what Melbourne offered him as well. And yeah, it's just unfortunate, mate. But yeah, I
it is, but we're almost used to it now, aren't we?
Yeah. It just seems to be like any player we're linked to, it never really happens. I think the last big signing was Lomax, and look where he ended up.
Yeah, he'd rather go play another on the other side of the country in a completely foreign sport than stay with us. But yeah, well, people will say whatever they want to say. It's easy to jump on Parra's backs now because of how bad we are at signing players. But look, we might as well stay positive because if we're not positive, the fuck do we have? Because we don't have much going for us at the moment. So look, that's all in the past.
We're the most mentally strong fans in the world,
mate. We're just getting ourselves ready for that elusive premiership, and once that premiership does hit, it's wraps. It's wraps. I don't care what anyone says. We can come last the next 5 years, and I don't think I would care that much.
No, it'd be just great to win one day.
One day has to be. If I go my entire lifetime, something's gone terribly wrong. We'll probably have 100-year anniversary jacket that they're selling for people. And they'll have Kenny and Sterlo's skeleton modeling them. Oh, please don't have that happen.
No.
All right.
This is the cry to our Parramatta. Please win one soon.
All right. I'm going to throw it out there for him. I turned 30. I didn't turn 30. I turned 26 2 weeks ago. So I've got 4 years till I'm 30. I do not want to enter my 30s premiershipless. So you've got 4 years to get your shit sorted. Sign some players who actually can play rugby league at a first grade level. Get the fucking ball rolling. And I want to see shit before I'm 30.
November 1st. You got a bulk of players off contract next year, at the end of next year. So 2028, we should have our set team under Jason Riles. And 2029, let's hope that's the year that we can finally lift that premiership goal.
2028, we're set. Good finals run. We're just missing the mark a bit because we're just getting our combinations ready. 2029, we're in there, we're good. And we just fall short. And then 2030, We don't lose a game. We win every game 50-0. And everyone's going, fuck, shut the gates. Parramatta win the comp.
Moses retirement year.
Done.
Imagine.
I like it. All right. Moving on to this weekend. Just as everyone knows, got ourselves a double header, women's and men's. Got myself a guest that we're going to bring in to chat the women's because he knows he should a whole lot more than I do. Alrighty, let me get everything sorted. I need to. One moment.
Hello.
G'day,
Hello?
mate. How are you?
I'm going good.
That's good, mate. That's good. Excited for this weekend?
Yes, I am. Yes. This is my first ever
Yeah.
time in quite a while that I've joined someone on a stream. So I am just a little bit nervous at the moment. So I do apologize if I do stutter just a little bit. So yeah.
Yeah, no
You're all
worries,
good,
mate. This
mate.
is only
Look,
my third ever podcast, so I'm just as nervous.
Cool.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
we're doing well, boys. Obviously
I
we got
can't hear you, Jack.
Oh no, what have I done?
Jack.
One moment.
One moment.
Right. Cool. Rightio.
Obviously we
I
got
can't hear you, Jack.
Has he left us?
I don't know. I think he's trying to fix his mic up.
Yeah. Looks like Jack's just trying to fix his mic up here.
Yeah.
So basically, welcome to the All the Balls podcast. We're happy to
Yep.
have you here.
Pleasure
Basically, yeah,
to
we want you to go over
have me on.
Yeah, no worries, mate. We're just wondering if you're able to go over the women's game for us.
Yeah, sure thing. Look, going into this match, we do have a couple of injuries that we do suffer going into our first ever match in the 2026 NRLW game against the West Tigers this Sunday on the double header. Obviously, we just signed Kelly Joseph, who has just won the premiership for the Brisbane Broncos. We also signed some Fowler Wallaroos or the Wallabies women's team that you can say. Talking Parra has
Yeah.
just joined, so shout out to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, we also signed who was it again? Let me just check because I do actually have the NRLW round one injury report. So just give me a sec. I'm gonna check it. I forgot her name, but yeah. Righty. It was. Uh, Lane Morgan. So she's out with a optical fracture. Kelly Joseph is out with an R knee MCL, and Jade Herdigan is out with an R quad. So
Oh, okay.
they're all to be confirmed soon. So we don't actually know when they're going to be back. I'm pretty sure Kelly Joseph could be back next week. So it's a bit of a shame that not our whole squad is fully fit. But as we can go through the team list here, go to the women's game. Well, I fix up. Is your mic working, Jack?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Yeah, I
can.
can hear you loud and
All
clear
right.
now, mate.
You're
We're
good.
back. It's all good.
Nice.
Turns out I cut my mic when I left. So yeah, obviously we've had a bit of a look through. Still quite a strong list. I do apologize for
Yeah.
cutting you out there, Geordie.
Mhm.
Really looking forward to seeing Rory Owen's development this year.
Yep.
I thought she was really strong for us last year.
Mhm.
And watching her in Origin, I think she's just
Yep.
going to get stronger and stronger. I think that she could be the key. Obviously, you've got our we've got our names, your Kennedy Charringtons are always
Yeah.
there. Abby Church is always there.
Yes.
But I just think we need that strike somewhere to be able to open up the game, and I think that's going to be her.
I just feel like that our halves, obviously with Toi Hiku, I believe she was out injured last year, and I know that Rachel Pearson had a very good start in round one, but unfortunately her form was just looking a bit how you going, especially with the goal kicking. I just don't know if if we just missed out on that true ideal 5'8", and that maybe this women's team is possibly going through the same situation as the men's team, where we always have to change our halves and that. But hopefully that Tohiku can stay fully fit, and that our halves can gel through, and that Rory Owen, that she can also stay fully fit, because her defense is absolutely just per class. Like, she is possibly one of the most scariest defenders in the NRLW, and the fact that we got her and two big New South Wales recognised players just really just tells you that that this team has been overlooked, because I've seen a couple of NRLW content creators like really really favoritizing the Sydney Roosters, the Broncos, and the Knights. But I just feel like that with the players that we have signed, and to be honest, like I don't get. I know that we'll talk about the women's game, but I just don't know why that Mark O'Neill and Jim Saratinos puts in all of this effort for the women's team. And no disrespect to the women's team. I mean, I'm very happy that the women's team is growing. But why can they put so much effort on this recruitment, but not on the men's? Why?
Yeah, it's difficult it's very difficult to say.
It is,
Like, it's
but
just very sus to me.
it is, and I understand where you're coming from that.
Yeah.
But in the sense as well that the women's game's still growing, so there's a lot less opportunity. It's more of a condensed field. Recruitment would probably be slightly bit easier. But let's take it as the positives. We are able to recruit well in the women's. Like, Keely Jones is a massive signing for us.
Yeah, and I'm very happy with that. And I do hope that the women's team does win a premiership, which I do think, and I guarantee you that this team deserves to play in the grand final. If this team does not get to the grand final, then I don't know who is. So yeah. But yeah, hopefully that Fleur again, with a speed and with a footwork there and with a technique, that she be able to score some tries there.
Yeah, let's hope, because obviously we've got a double header today, so we want to start strong. Before we'll wrap this up, because we've got a few more things we're going to go about. I'm going to let you go because I know you're a busy man. Before I let you go, mate, prediction: who wins the score, and give me a try scorer as well.
Oh, I haven't really.
I hate to throw you on the spot there, mate, but I reckon you got this in the bag.
Well, to be honest, I'm going to go with my favourite player. It was either between Mattelli or either Fleur Ginn, or even if that's how I pronounce her name, Fleur. But I'm going to go with Fleur Ginn with the first try scorer there, and my anytime try scorer is going to be. I'm going to go with Ruben Cheriton with my anytime try scorer, and my full-time score, it's going to be. I reckon we're going to win this by 13 plus, and I'm going to say. I'm going to go a bit bold. I'm going to say that we are going to win this by 22 points to 4. And my man of the match is going to be. It will be Kimmy Cheriton, and that's it.
Love that. If I can make a one tweak, I think 4 points is a bit too many to concede. I think I'd rather 0. But other than that, I love it, mate.
Nice.
Awesome, mate. Well, thank you so much for coming on, mate. Been an absolute pleasure. Any final words before I let you go?
Yeah, look, I'm not sure if you guys have seen it or not. And shout out to Adam on Talking Parra. But go and sign that petition to go and fill out the survey to get the football director to review our sayings on our current club, because we need you, Parra fans, to make a stance and to make some noise to save this club once and for all. I know that we have to stay positive at the moment, but unfortunately, you know, with the club not winning a premiership more than 40 years, it's time for us to make a change for their good. And that's all I have to say. So thank you so much. And I'll leave it to it for the rest of the show, Jack.
All right.
Thank
Beautiful,
you,
mate.
boys.
And awesome, mate. Love your work.
Thanks, mate.
Awesome. It's good to know that we've got people who love the NRLW just as much as the NRL. Something that we could definitely work on ourselves, mate. Because
Yeah,
I watch it at a
absolutely.
glance. Just a bit more tweaking, I reckon we can do, and then we'll be golden. We'll be golden. I reckon we'll see a day where both the women's and the men's will both clutch up and get a premiership on the same day. We went
It was
close
that close in 2022.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about 2022. That upsets me.
Oh.
All right, jumping onto the men's. Only one thing that I think there's a bit of conjecture about with this team list. We'll run it through quickly. Iongi at the back, Kelly, Fox, wingers, Sam Riney, Russell, centers. Volkman and Pezzett are the halves. And then you got Moretti, Williams, and De Silva. Kelma, Cortoga in the back row with the Bellin at lock. Bench, Walker, Tuivati, Brown, Edwards, Joash, and Geimer, with Appa, Riley Smith, and Matali on the extended. What are your thoughts, mate?
Look, there's two ways you can look at this. You know, obviously it sucks to see Joash missing out. And, you know, having Joash and Volk in the halves only a couple of weeks ago, we won. So, yeah, you can look at it like that. Or, you know, Pezzett, he's played well in Cup the past, you know, couple of times he's played Cup. And he was going to be our 7 whilst Moses was away in Origin anyway, but he got injured. So, yeah, look, good luck to Pezzett. Obviously, at the start of the year, he had a pretty good game against the Broncos and then a couple of okay, but how are you going sort of games. And then he got injured. So, you know, I guess we haven't really seen much of him this year. So, yeah, I don't know.
I think the issue with Pezzett is we made this big song and dance out. We wanted him long term. And then we had a 1-year rental to prep him for the Broncos. And then we played him in an unfamiliar position. And his defense was a massive issue.
Yeah.
But look, I've seen, obviously, Cup and first grade is very different. But he's a 7. He's an out-and-out 7, where I truly believe that Volkman and Joash are out-and-out 6s. Yep. So he was brought in to be back up to Mitch. When Mitch goes to Origin, Pezzett jumps in. It's currently Volkman versus Joash for 6, but I think we're going to be – our team's going to function a bit better having an out-and-out 7 who's ready to steer the team around. And, like, you got to remember – Pezzett's support play as well. I think that gets a bit underdone. He's always pushing up. He scored a couple of times without pushing up. So look, if we can get his defense, because Pezzett and Kelma is scary and not in the good scary. Like, oh my god, we're going to concede 35 tries down that edge scary. But if they can get their shit in order, we're versing a Manly side with no Ola and no Kula, so their 2 biggest attacking threats are gone.
Yeah,
I don't see why we can't have a crack. It's fucking Sunday Arvo at Parra. We're versing Manly. We fucking hate Manly. They pulled our pants down last time we versed them. Yeah. It's time to actually have a crack and play for the badge and for the fans who spend their Sundays to potentially watch us get 50 put on with the hope that we can jag a win.
Yep, and look, Pezzett's going to come out there with a point to prove. He's copped a lot of criticism, not only from Parra fans, but all footy fans around the globe saying, you know, he just hasn't been up to standard, you know, and, you know, Bronco, I heard online, I read online somewhere that Broncos are now second guessing the whole deal, and that's the reason they re-signed Ben Hunt for an extra year, is because they weren't impressed with Pezzett. So look, he'll come out there with a point to prove on Sunday, and it'll be interesting to see how he goes.
If I'm Riles, I'm walking straight up to Pezzett. I'm going, mate, read this. They've re-signed a 45-year-old Ben Hunt because they don't think you're good enough to be a first-grade material. Now I want you to go out there, rip and fucking tear, have a crack, and show them that they've made the wrong decision. Go out there. You've killed it every time you played for Melbourne. You're showing flashes with us. I want to see a fucking complete performance from you. None of this half-ass shit. Go out there and prove to all the Parramatta fans and to Broncos management that they made the wrong call. Second guessing you to start with.
Agreed.
Like, because at the end of the day, what he does for us, he's out the door next time. He's out the door in 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, we won't ever deal with him again until we verse him. So it's up to him to essentially kickstart his NRL career because he's a cup player at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. It's a shame, he got that injury so early in the season. It just basically derailed his whole year. And, I understand why Parramatta fans are saying this deal is pointless. I really do. But yeah, look, the injury that he sustained just did not help his case at all.
And look, there's a good the deal was pointless. So there's no way around it. We signed him for 12 months. What are we gonna do with 12 months? But that's not Pezzett's fault. He's just signed the dotted line. If you're gonna get angry at anyone, get angry at the board for signing someone for 12 months and not wanting to re-sign them for longer, because
that's exactly
originally
right.
There was a 4-year deal offered, and we went, nah, we've got people in the wings. Well, we had Volkman and Joe Ash in the wings already, so why not just give them the crack firsthand? But again, that's not Jonah's fault.
No.
He wanted the crack to play first grade. We gave him the opportunity. Why would you say no?
That's exactly right.
But now he's going to go out there and show it. Like, obviously, Moses hasn't been setting the world on fire this year. And I'm not saying that Jonah's going to take his spot, but make it a conversation. Go out there.
Yeah.
He's got a good kicking game. He's a big body. He can read the game. Just it's time to actually put it into action.
Yep, that's exactly right. It'll be, look, good luck to Jonah. I hope, he just comes out and sets the world on fire on Sunday. We're going to need it.
He is. And this is, as I said, there's no Cooler, no Ola. They're the two biggest strike. And I swear to God, if we make Corey Riddell look more than a fringe first-grade player on the weekend, I'm going to be upset. I'm sick of us making these bum-ass average first-grade players look like immortals because we don't know how to defend.
Yep. Missed tackle after missed tackle after missed tackle after missed tackle every single game. Yeah.
And we've got, what's he? Joey Walsh is a 20-odd halfback playing 6. Run traffic at him all night. Should be on Cortoga.
Yeah, just put pressure on him.
Just hit short ball.
Yep.
Give Cortoga early ball. Force them to converge. Iongi, push up. That should be the plan.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, absolutely. I want to see Iongi get more involved this week as well. He's going to have to.
I don't know if you remember, but at start of the year, I think it was the trial matches, Iongi started doing his dummy long ball into a grubber. He started grubbering him behind, and it was working because everyone knows that Iongi loves his cutout pass. So they were baiting the cutout pass, bringing the defense up, and doing that grubber. And I haven't seen it since. And
Do you think it's a confidence thing? Do you think it maybe, he was out for some time. He just hasn't got that confidence back yet?
Look, maybe, but find it. Like, I know it's easier said than done.
He's got to find it.
Because Thursday he was just drifting across field, and it just wasn't working.
He just looks predictable.
That's the word. we're waiting for the defense to miss a tackle for him to kick into gear.
Yeah.
Like, he took 26 runs for 188 meters. Like, it's not the greatest per run average, whereas Kelly took 8 less runs for 7 more meters. So, like, he's not afraid to do the work, but he's just not getting anywhere with it.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think he's the key. We've got a super duper young side today on the weekend. Like, I reckon Iongi, Volkman, De Silva, Pezzett have played probably less than 50 first-grade games between them. And we're up against
absolutely
Fogs and Turbo. But, you know, with Fogs, if you make it close, sometimes struggles to ice those big moments. So we need to feed off the crowd, get off to a hot start, and I think that's the way.
Yeah, look, mate, that's another thing we've lacked this year is just icing those important moments. And yeah, look, the man on screen, he's the man to ice those moments for us this weekend. He's going to be doing all the barking. So yeah, let's hope these boys can ice.
If he doesn't stand up, I think we could be in for a long afternoon because they've still got a strike. They're going to go to early switches. They want to get the ball to Saab in space. So we need to be ready. We need number up. We need to fucking talk. And Riles needs
Saab versus Fox.
Saab versus Fox. 5 years ago, I'm sweet. Present day, it makes me nervous.
I know. Just one more thing I'd want to touch on. It seems like we're not getting Fox involved enough. Like, it seems like
we're not going that way anymore.
No, but like when we do go that way, it's sort of like we get there, and when he finally does get the ball, he's so crammed up, like he's got no space to work with. It's just very interesting because it was so different last year.
Yeah, and look, last year, how many times did we do a movement out to the left, and Russell would just get the ball, catch and pass? The second that winger bit in, bang. And I don't know if it's Russell trying to do too much or if Fox is still a little bit injured, so he's still a bit hesitant. But he is another threat. We need to be using him a bit more.
We've got
at the moment because at the moment all he's doing is dummy half runs.
Yeah, going nowhere.
Yeah, because we've got to stop doing dummy half runs as well. But that's a topic for another day. Because if I start with that, we'll be here all night.
We'll be here till Christmas.
We'll be here till Christmas indeed, and Parramatta would still have signed nobody. Pretty much everything. Not a whole lot to go over. Obviously, Origin Stars having a bit of a rest. I reckon we'll probably do a bit more Origin talk leading up to the game on Wednesday. Might even jump on and do a bit of a preview if it all lines up. Anything else you want to touch on about the game? Obviously, you'll be there.
Yeah, mate. I only get to go down and watch a handful of Parra home games every year, but very excited to be there. I'll be there as early as the women's game, and looking.
This guy knows what's up. This guy knows what's up.
Yeah, I know.
He knows what's up. It's all good. It's quality over quantity is my rule. One day we'll get both, but just to start, I'd rather quality. But I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll finish it off talking Parra style as we do. First try scorer, score, and a prediction.
First try scorer. You know what? Let's go with Brian Kelly against his old team.
Beautiful.
And score prediction, I'll go with 22 to 16 to Parramatta. And I will say just trying to think.
Go bold,
Fox
mate.
double.
Fox double.
Fox double.
We'll take it. All right. You think because this is essentially my show and I knew exactly what we were going to talk about, that I'd have an idea, but I haven't thought about it once today. But I reckon
it's okay.
I reckon Pez is going to come out with a point to prove. We had one of our worst games last week. I think we'll come out firing. I'm going to go 28-12. I'm going to go Cortoga as my first try scorer.
Yep.
And my bold prediction is we'll actually be up 28-0. And Manly will have a couple of consolation tries at the end.
Mate, that would be perfect.
That would be. What would be nice is a couple of years ago, we versed Penrith and Cleary got sent off. Let's do that.
If that can
let's
happen,
get like Turbo. I reckon
Turbo
that's
or
the way.
Fogarty.
Let's do Fogarty because I like Turbo. And Fogarty's
Yeah.
a former Parramatta player, so it's a revenge. It's always a revenge game.
Yep, always. Yep.
All right, we've tidied that up nicely. We've gone over everything in sub an hour. Anything else we need to touch on before we call it wraps and I go have some dinner at 8 o'clock?
No, that's about it. I think we've pretty well covered everything.
No, it'd just be the two of us tonight. I thought, I spent enough time with those talking Parra lads, and it's time for me to expand my horizons and really show Adam that I'm ready to run my own show. So
I wonder if Adam's still here. He said that he joined because you left, and then when you joined back, he left. He's like, "Oh, Jack's back. I'm going."
Mate, he says that, but in our little internal award show, I'm pretty confident I got Podcaster of the Year. Now talking Parra, so I wouldn't be arcing up too much. But I will say, congrats to Adam on your beautiful baby girl that you just had.
Yeah,
actually take some time to enjoy it. I wouldn't watch Parramatta for a few weeks. We don't want that added extra stress in the household for you and Beck, that's for sure. And yeah, we'll rest up. We will go over this question, but before we end up, I'm assuming you would have seen this.
Yeah, mate. Jason Rolls saving that lady from the car. It just shows what type of human he is. There's some things that are just more important than footy, and that's one of them. And yeah, just to see him be that brave and pull that lady out of that car, it's just amazing.
I don't know why I just muted myself then.
Yeah.
He's the kind of person you want around the club. He puts other people ahead of himself, and that's the kind of thing you want. Yeah, we're struggling, but you can still see the player development he's done. You can see he's a people person. People want to be around him, and now we just got to convince some other non-Parramatta people that they want to be around him as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, other players will see that and be like, "Oh yeah, what a top bloke! I might go play under him."
Yeah, I reckon Herbie's looking at it going, "Wow, what a good bloke."
What a man.
They're also looking for a left centre. Let's do it.
Oh, I wish.
And I'm going to bring Isaiah Katoa and Hammer with me, and Max Plath, and we're all going to sign funders.
Just the whole Dolphins at this stage, get Katoa there as well. May as well.
Is there anyone I wouldn't want from the Dolphins? Like, honestly. No, I think I'd take them all.
No. Oh, to be honest, mate, they're the most enjoyable team to watch in the comp at the moment.
They are. They're great to watch. They're fun. Yep. I honestly can't think of a single position that Parramatta has over them based on current form only.
No. Didn't even have to think about it.
No. Alrighty. Well, if we don't sign the Dolphins side, we may be a Fins Up podcast in the future. But for now, we'll stick with Parramatta.
Yep.
Always pleasure having you, mate. I'm sure we'll be on again soon.
Good to be here, mate.
You enjoy the game on Sunday. We're gonna get the dubs for you. I can feel it.
Yes.
Thanks
absolutely.
to
Let's go.
Thanks to Blue and Gold Army podcast for jumping on a chat NRLWs. Don't forget double header. So don't turn your telly on at 2. Turn your telly on at, I believe it's 11 o'clock. It was the 11:50.
11:50.
Make sure you're there. If you go into the game, head there early. Give our girls the support they so very much deserve. We're going to watch them rip and tear. Going to get a good start. Women are going to bend over the Tigers. Doesn't matter if they're men's or women's. Tigers suck. No offense to the women's. But I know the men's team does suck. Followed into probably the biggest rivalry Parramatta has. We have Ben Manly over. We're going to give Joey Walsh his welcome to NRL moment. I'm going to tell my good friend David to go get fucked because Manly suck. It's an enjoyable afternoon for Parramatta fans as a whole.
Absolutely. Fuck Manly. Go Parra. Let's go.
Go Parra. All right. Catch us on the flip, guys. Thank you.